What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be Love and Marriage DC, Season 1, Episode 10. We are at the finale. We are at the end. In the words of the great Boys to Men, we have reached the end of the road. And so we're still at the lake house. It's the next day, and everybody seems to be in a good space. You know, thank you, Kevin, I guess. You know, Kevin brought everybody together. That it might not be what he was trying to do or what he intended to do, but baby, that's what had happened. Okay. So we have the IV people coming through to get them the little Vita Boost IV, you know, to replenish all the stuff that they, you know, gave up while they was drinking all night and stuff like that. And Ashley said, let's play a game. Now look, I'm all for a party game, you know, I'm all for that. So the game is like you asking different questions, you know, who's most likely to have had sex when they were 4? Who's most likely to still be having sex when they 50? I mean, 50 ain't a big deal. 100, whatever. Who most, you know, and so it was cute, you know, it opened up the door to more conversations. See, those types of games open the door to conversations where you get to know people around you, you get, you know, people choose to share. And so Neil and Tasha, they opened up about infidelity in their relationship, you know, and they got together when they were in high school. So, you know, because Neil was her first, so Ashley was like, oh, is that the only guy you ever been with? She was like, no. Because, you know, they've broken up, got back together, dated other people. So, Quick decides that he gonna share the fact that him and Ashley had breakups to makeups and in-betweens, and we found out that they got together when they were young. Ashley said she was like 17 years old when they got together, and then some along they knew about the infidelity to a certain point, and it was like, I think it was like after they moved in together, the expectation was that they hadn't had no more dipping and dabbling. But Quick admitted that he had some dipping and dabbling. And Ashley, being the type of person she is, was like, oh, well, if you was dibbling and dabbling, I got my get back because I dabbled and dibbled. And then Quick was like, you did what? And Ashley was like, I did. But then he got mad, but then she got mad because she knew that she was lying. But he didn't know that she was lying. But he was telling the truth. But she was like, oh, for real? That's what you was doing? Okay, cool. And at the end of the day, Quick, you should have just shut the hell up. I don't know why you said nothing. Like, this is how I feel about stuff. When other people tell their business, let them tell their business. You ain't have to join in that conversation. So now everybody else is looking around the room like, well, because, I mean, what do you say? You just kind of let that thing roll. Because I know I'm not joining in. I'm not about to tell my business. I'm not dabbling, dibbling, and dabbling in nothing. But, so anyway, that was that, child. They messed that one up. So, later on that night, they all had to dress up as famous couples, and they were playing another game with, the Silvers were hosting the game, and basically it was very similar to the game they played while they was getting the IVs. They were asking these different questions and stuff. So everybody did real cute with the costumes. I'm gonna have to give, if I were giving out a trophy, I would probably give the best couple award Jamie and Urena. They were Beyonce and Jay-Z, only because Urena had that whole outfit, even down to the face mask. I was like, girl, okay, because you had to look for that or had that made. Okay. If I were to give an award for best, like, keeping in character, it was Chris. Chris and Monique were Lil' Kim and Biggie. And Chris was Biggie all night. Like, even when, I mean, up until the point where he had to really be Chris, but he was Chris and Biggie. I mean, he was Biggie. He had the Brooklyn accent. He had it. He had it down. Ashley and Quick were Ike and Tina Turner. And Tasha and Neil were Andre 3000 and Erykah Badu. Now, what's funny is Winter was there. She didn't go home, but they let her be Yolanda Adams because of her gospel song from the night before about sign my divorce papers, child. So I guess because everybody was cool with Ashley by the end of the night, I mean, with Winter, when they didn't make Winter leave, they were like, okay, girl, they not ready to kill you, so you can go ahead and stay. They're not going to kill you in your sleep, so you can go ahead and spend the night. I guess that's what happened. I don't know. So, at that moment, the question that was asked, you know, they all came down, yada yada yada. The question was asked was, if you had to do it all over again, would you do it? Like, would you marry the same person if you had to do it all over again? Now, this is what I'm gonna say about that. That's just yes. That's a yes. There's no, you don't have to put no caveat on that. You don't have to add no juice to that. The answer is yes. Even if the answer is no, the answer is yes. If you want to keep your happy home, the answer is yes. People putting caveats on it and stuff. So it got around to Monique and Chris said, you know, even though we have our ups and our downs, and you know, we do this and we do that, she's the person that I would marry again and again and again. I choose her, no hesitation. I've never loved any woman the way I love her. You know, not even my college sweetheart. And before he could finish his thought, Monique cut him off, and Monique was like, don't be comparing me to no other woman. Like, don't compare me to a woman that didn't measure up, that didn't compare. Like, and Monique was really, really upset by that. Like, she was really, really hurt, and she was really, really upset. Now, the Silvers is still in their feelings, because Ashley is still in her feelings about the situation with Quick. Quick, no, he just screwed up. Like, you open your mouth, you say too much, bruh. You put too much out there. But that's pretty much the end of the lake weekend. So the next thing we see is Monique and Chris took the kids horseback riding. And they're continuing this conversation, because when it got on Monique was like, she doesn't know if she would marry Chris again, because she felt like things were better before they got married. She said, I feel like we were better when we were just together. That was my soulmate. I feel like we were happier then. I feel like we were more fun. No, she didn't say happier. She said, I feel like we were more fun. And so Chris was hurt by her saying that. He was like, damn, like, I wouldn't hesitate to marry you again, and you basically are saying you don't know. You would have to think about it. So they continued the conversation when they were while the kids was at horseback riding, and Monique was really upset by it. Now listen, I'm gonna say this: I can't tell nobody how to feel. Okay, so Monique, if you was hurt, baby, then that's your feelings, and you stand in that. I don't understand what the big deal was. I understood what Chris was saying. Honestly, I felt like what Chris was saying was. Because what he was saying was, I've only loved two women. And heads and tails, by far, you are my soulmate. You are the one. Now, I understand not wanting to necessarily be compared to another woman. I get that. But I don't know. Monique was really, really upset by it. Like, she said she was embarrassed and she was upset. I don't get it. Now, y'all put it in the comments. Maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe I'm just too hard. I don't know. But I don't know if that would bother me the way it bothered Monique. I really don't. Especially since we've been married. We've been together 16 years. I got the ring. I got the kids. I got the house. I got the lifestyle. I have him. Unless there's more to the story. With the college sweetheart. Unless there's more to that story. I'm just saying that. Could be more going on that we don't know about as it relates to the college sweetheart. But honestly, I just didn't get it. I didn't see what the big deal was. But okay. But Monique was really upset, and Chris was very apologetic. And he was like, you know, I would never want to hurt you. You know I love you. I'm sorry. And he told her, he said, listen, you gotta, I'm trying. I hear what you're saying, and I'm trying to be better, and you gotta work with me. Like, I'm not gonna change overnight. You know, but again, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never been married either, so. Anyway, next we see Lil Jamie is in some legal trouble, and shout out to the Tylers for really letting us into this. Now, some of what was happening at the beginning of this episode makes a lot more sense. Some of why Jamie was upset with his son, and that whole conversation about Uranus saying, I'm worried about you when you walk out the door every day. And it makes a lot more sense because we found out that he does have some legal issues now. The legal issues are 2 years old. It happened in 2020. We're in 2022. He's been working. He's been doing good. He's been, trying to stay out of the bad shit and, all that good stuff. But it doesn't matter. You got the charges. And so we saw him going to court, and his charges got bumped up from misdemeanors, got bumped up to felonies. Now, a lot of times we see charges get bumped down. But the fact that his charges got bumped up, and he got like 9 charges. So he has like, it was weapons, it's narcotics, it's a lot. It's serious too. And so they did give us a glimpse into that, and of course, Mama upset, and I don't blame her, and Daddy looked like he's worried too. He hard about it, but he worried too, and in his line of work, he know how serious it is, right? But we're just gonna stay positive. I know through social media that Lil Jamie is out. I don't know if that means that his case has been resolved at this point, because this was only a couple of months ago, or if they're just waiting for his next court date. But we're going to keep positive vibes and positive thoughts. Lil Jamie looked like a good dude that made a bad decision, and he trying to do better. So keeping positive vibes on that. So that night we had the cover reveal for Ashley's book. It wasn't the book reveal, because I think her book is coming out soon. I don't have a date, but I think it's coming out soon. But it was the reveal for the cover reveal. And it was nice. And listen, Winter was there. Listen, I like Winter hair. That's the bob I'm trying to get, y'all. Y'all tell me if y'all think that bob, that haircut that Winter had, if y'all think that would look cute on me. That is the bob I'm trying to get. When I take these braids out and I see what's going on, child, that's the bob I'm trying to get. I like that, but now it's not the color. I know that red's not my color. Y'all know blonde's my color. But I might have to switch up colors, because I think blonde might be part of my problem. But there's another conversation. I done went left. Let me get back here to the middle. So when it was like, we're in a good space. Like, look at me getting invited to Ashley's event, and we all in a good place. So I thought that was nice and sweet. Jamie and Urana snuck off into the bathroom to have a little rendezvous. They said, this is us trying to be spontaneous. I said, go ahead and do you, and do it again. Okay? Have a good time in that bathroom, girl. And so we found out that Quick has a surprise for Ashley. So, Ashley does her book cover reveal. It's cute. Everybody's happy for her. And then Quick, he comes up and he gives a speech. He says, listen, my wife has always complained that I never got down on one knee. She always complained that our wedding wasn't about her. We got married in Jamaica, which is where I wanted to go. And, that's basically something that she's been holding over my head our whole marriage. And so I want to take the opportunity. So he gets down on one knee. Now, somebody done told Ashley what was up. Now, Quick said the only person he told was the fellas. He said, now I know Chris wasn't going to say nothing, because Chris is a vote. But that damn Jamie I'm worried about. Somebody told Ashley, because Ashley immediately, as soon as he started talking, Ashley started taking off her wedding ring. So she knew she had a new ring coming, baby. But he got down on one knee and he upgraded her, okay? It was a big upgrade. Okay, that baby, that thing is beautiful. And then he had Tank there to sing for her. And I thought that was really sweet. Listen, the show, let me give you my final thoughts. I know we got the reunion next week, but let me just go and give y'all my final thoughts real quick. I really enjoyed this show. Y'all know I've enjoyed this show. I know a lot of people had their criticisms, or they say what they had to say. But I really like this show. I feel like this is the first time that I have seen a reality show in DC really make me feel like I'm getting DC. Even though none of them, they still don't live in DC, but they DC people. You know what I'm saying? Real Housewives of Potomac, those aren't DC people. None of them were born and raised in DC. Not one. The closest we have is Robin. We had one season of the Real Housewives of DC, which one did not do so well, and two, it was very it wasn't my DC. I'm gonna just leave it at that. It wasn't my DC. Even like when they did Ready to Love DC, y'all know I that was one of my criticisms. So many of these people were not from DC, so I feel like I got some DC in this. Even with the Silvers, they gave me Baltimore, but they Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? They Baltimore. So I really enjoyed the show. I hope it gets picked up for a second season. I'll really be interested to see where the lives go, where these people go. Now I know that Jamie and Urana, they said their price went up because they stars now, they superstars. But I'm gonna still reach out to them and see if maybe they'll come and talk to little old me. I don't know. But I really appreciate the show, and I appreciate the support to bloggers that they've given us this season, especially the Tylers and especially the Silvers have been very, very supportive of the bloggers, the YouTubers, and all that good stuff. So anyway, I say all that to say I look forward to next season, and we'll be back for the reunion. But I had to just give my little roundup, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.